Hey guys, way back rewind here. I went into my son's room and I dug out this old PS2 console. I'm going to see if I can hook it to my TV and turn this into a retro gaming console. Got a little bit of an issue here because it only has audio video outputs and there are no inputs on this TV. So we're going to have to do something a little different to get it hooked up. Not sure how well this is going to work, but we'll find out here on Way Back Rewind. Okay, let's get started. To hook up this PS2, I'm going to need something to convert this audio video into an RF signal to put into this television, since that's the only type of input it has. Could use a VCR. Got a whole stack of them over here in the rack, but I'm going to try something a little more interesting. Back in the day, I used these UHF cable modulators in order to create my own TV channels to put on the coax throughout the entire house. The reason I did this, I've been using over-the-air TV forever. I've never really had cable system in this house. I had satellite TV. I installed this original satellite dish on my house in 1995 and it's still there to this day. I was using it up until about a year ago when I went to smart TVs and the internet. I used these modulators in order to put the satellite TV on its own unique channel, and then I could distribute it through the coax along with all the other broadcast channels, and you can tune to the satellite just by switching to a channel. So I'm going to try to use this to put PS2 on its own channel. This one right here, I plugged it in, it didn't work. But what happened, apparently, I went to the store and I bought a replacement. I found this in the closet, still in the box, never been used. I'm hoping it works. We're going to try to unbox it and see if it can work. If it does, I'll be able to put the PS2 on its own channel, and then we should be able to watch it. And now for the pedantics in my audience, I'm not even sure this is still legal to use because it broadcasts all the way up to channel 69, which doesn't even exist anymore in the TV spectrum. This will give me the ability to pick any channel from 14 to 69, and even cable TV channels, although that doesn't really help me on my analog TV. But I will be able to put any channel that I want, and the TV should be able to pick it up. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Brand new, still in the box. That's a good sign. So how this works is you put the video, left and right audio in here, and out comes a TV signal on the channel of your choosing, and it runs off some crazy voltage, 15 volts DC. Here's the power transformer, 15 volts DC. And it comes with the old confusing AB switch. I don't think I'll need the AB switch for this application. My digital TV adapter is on VHF and this only operates on UHF, and my TV is very strange and it has separate inputs for UHF and VHF, so I don't think I'll need the AB switch. No instructions. So I'm on my own on this one. So all I need to do is take my video, left and right audio, plug it in here. Video, audio, audio. Now I need to find a piece of coax. Chances are whichever coax I use is going to be substandard and I'll have to play with it. For simplicity, we're going to try one of these push-on connectors. Okay, let's set that right there. Okay, once again, we find ourselves at the back of the TV. They call these TVs portable, but despite the fact they have a handle, no one ever moved these TVs from place to place. You put it somewhere and you left it there. Just turning it around is a huge pain. So what I'm going to need to do is connect to those UHF terminals. I've got this VHF UHF adapter. I'm going to need to connect these UHF terminals to feed in my UHF modulator. Should be helpful if human beings have 3 arms. I'm going to leave the VHF half off because I have a separate VHF adapter over here. Now I'm going to connect the other end of my coax coming out of the modulator into the adapter like that. Okay, let's plug this in and see what happens. It's lighting up. That's a good sign. It's coming in at 19. So let's turn my TV to channel 19. First I have to go to U, and then I have to go to 19. Got a solid black screen there. You're seeing this at the same time I am. We'll see what happens when I turn this on. Well, it's trying to do something. Don't ask me why, but my TV didn't like 19. So I switched to 18 and voila. Okay, I'm going to restart this just because I love to hear the old PS2 start up. Question is, what game can I play? I pretty much only like driving games. These were the only two I could find in my son's collection that I would even want to play. Let's try Hot Wheels. I'm going to hit it again. I'd forgotten how long it took for these old school systems to actually activate. The pride of 2007. I think all these screens were there just to trick you into the fact that it takes forever for it to load. I think that's a trick to keep you from noticing how long it takes these games to actually load. Okay, I'm gonna skip that. How do you actually play? I'm not a video game guy. I have to admit that. Memory card slot, what is it telling me? I have no idea. I pretty much just want to play. I'm gonna go with new profile since I'm a new guy. Create profile. I'm just gonna go with the easiest possible way to start this game. Now I know why I never got into video games. This is like work. I just want to play. Like, where is like the automatic get to the game button? Can we just, like, where's the game? And finally, what seems like an eternity later, it's ready to go.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, I guess I have to actually do something now. Oh. Did I mention that I'm not a video game guy? Yeah. I think I'm going backwards. Like, I guess you have to push these buttons and do stuff. There's like some buttons and stuff. I have no idea. Yeah, I need my son here. This is, I don't know where the gas is. I've driven cars my whole life and none of them have a joystick and buttons on it.
Touchdown!
Okay. Where's the quit button? Well, there you have it. It works. My PS2 is modulating on channel 18 onto my 47-year-old TV and my son's PlayStation 2, which I'm sure I bought back in the day. And there you go. If you want to play vintage games on a vintage TV, I showed you how. And as always, like or subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching.